Music is certainly a wonder beyond imagination. For me personally, I love guitars and the people who play them. There is a certain thing about them which sticks. People love them and they become immortal. So I am here to talk to you about some of these immortals who made an impact. Some of them are still here and some of them aren't, but we're gonna celebrate them all. So here are the top 10 guitarists of all time from the knock list. Number 10. Carlos Santana. Carlos Santana is a Mexican-American guitarist and musician who made his mark in the 1960s and 70s with his band, Santana. He infused rock and Latin American jazz, which was loved by his fans worldwide. He received critical acclaim in the 90s and in 2003 was listed at number 20 by Rolling Stone on their list of the 100 greatest guitarists of all time. And he's still there today. Santana's albums also included the fusion of blues music, and one of his compositions, Black Magic Woman, was the result of that. As of now, he has won over 10 Grammy Awards and 3 Latin Grammy Awards for all of his wonderful work. Number 9. Slash. Saul Hudson, or Slash as he is known by his stage name, is an American musician and songwriter. He is very well known to be one of the greatest rock guitarists of this generation and has received critical acclaim for this multiple times over. He was the former guitarist of Guns N' Roses in the late 80s and 90s, and some of his most famous and immortal tracks are still considered legendary, and those are Sweet Child of Mine and November Rain. November Rain being, one of my personal favorites. November Rain was ranked at number 6 as being his greatest guitar solo of all time, and Sweet Child of Mine was listed as number 1. He is also listed at number 65 by Rolling Stone on their list of the 100 greatest guitarists of all time, and he's been inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Number 8. Eddie Van Halen. Edward Van Halen is an American guitarist, musician, and producer. He was the founder of the rock band Van Halen. He is considered as one of the most skilled, innovative, and fastest guitar players of all time. His most awesome track, Eruption, is among his greatest creations. He is truly the Superman, and his mastery of the guitar is just out of this world. If you even listen to that soul-wrenching solo, that 1 minute and 42 second solo, you will just revere him like a god, much like others do. He has been ranked at number 8 in the list of 100 greatest guitarists of all time by Rolling Stone. Number 7. Stevie Ray Vaughan. Stevie Ray Vaughan was an American musician, singer, songwriter, guitarist, and producer. His mainstream career only lasted for about 7 years, but he created such an impact that the world had never seen before. He was one of those guitarists who revived the blues genre and was described by AllMusic as the rockin' powerhouse of a guitarist. He was therefore inducted into the Blues Hall of Fame in 2000. He has also won 6 Grammy Awards and 10 Austin Music Awards. The Rolling Stone ranked Stevie Ray Vaughan as the 12th greatest guitarist of all time, and he was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2015. Number 6. Angus Young. Oh, who doesn't remember this electrifying performer? Angus Young is the co-founder, lead guitarist, songwriter, and the only original remaining member of the legendary rock band, AC/DC. His energy and charisma was so evident in his performances, plus the awesome schoolboy outfits became a rage in those days, and the vintage Chuck Berry's duck walk. His strutting duck walk from the famous Highway to Hell was just plain awesome to watch. He has a net worth of about $140 million, plus he was ranked number 24 by the Rolling Stone in the list of 100 greatest guitarists of all time. Number 5. Buddy Guy. George Buddy Guy is a true blues artist, the greatest American blues guitarist and singer. He has been a source of inspiration to the many great guitarists of his time, including Stevie Ray Vaughan, Jeff Beck, and John Mayer. His style of music is the most unique, traditional, and his style of blues is just plain the coolest. He was a guitarist for almost 50 years, performing live concerts with such energy. He was ranked as number 30th in the 100 greatest guitarists of all time by Rolling Stone. Even Eric Clapton described him as the best guitar player ever. Number 4. Eric Clapton. He is like no other. Eric Patrick Clapton is the English rock and blues guitarist, singer, and songwriter. His best compositions include Layla, Tears in Heaven, Wonderful Tonight, and so many more. Clapton has been revered as one of the most important and influential guitarists of all time. He is the only artist who has been inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame 3 times. How is that possible? I don't know. He has been ranked by Rolling Stone at number 2 in the list of 100 greatest guitarists of all time. He has been ranked number 5 by Time magazine in their list of the 10 best electric guitar players in 2009. Number 3. Jimmy Page. Now, one of my personal favorites and also one from one of the most greatest bands ever, James Patrick Page is an English guitarist, musician, songwriter, and record producer with Led Zeppelin. His most famous solo is and always will be Stairway to Heaven. For those godly guitar riffs, the way in which he maneuvered that song into eternal success was him and of course Robert Plant. He is described as the most awesome, greatest, and wildly acclaimed guitarist of all time. Rolling Stones has described him as the pontiff of power riffing, and also placed him 3rd in their list of 100 greatest guitarists of all time. He is ranked 4th in the 100 wildest guitar heroes by Classic Rock. Number 2. B.B. King. This man in every sense is the king with what he achieved in American blues. Riley B. King, also known by his stage name as B.B. King, was the legendary American blues singer, electric guitarist, songwriter, and producer. His style of playing solos even while speaking was something only he could have done. Simply put, I would rate him as the most sophisticated guitarist ever to be born on the face of the earth. King was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1987 and was also named the most influential guitarist of all time and the King of Blues. Number 1. Jimi Hendrix. There is no comparison to what he did, what he achieved, and what he still inspires generations to be. And he is the reason that I wanted to learn guitar as well. James Marshall Jimi Hendrix was an American guitarist, singer, and songwriter. His mainstream career was too short, just 4 years, but what he did in that time, what he achieved during those years, was beyond comparison. His all-time great songs included All Along the Watchtower, Hey Joe, Purple Haze, and one of my personal favorites, Voodoo Child. The beautiful riffing he does in Voodoo Child is just plain awesome. The Jimi Hendrix Experience, which was the greatest rock band, literally created shockwaves during the 70s. He undoubtedly ranks number 1 in Rolling Stone's list of 100 greatest guitarists of all time, and the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame described him as the greatest instrumentalist in the history of rock music. So do you agree or disagree with our list? Let us know in the comments below, and please be sure to like and subscribe to the Knock List for more daily videos.